dreamers and doers. Are you a dreamer? Are you a doer? All right, you in well, then you're in the right place. All right. So here's my question tonight. What time is it here? Is it 10:10 Eastern time? I'm in Atlanta. And as a matter of fact, the weather's what was this? December 1st. The weather's actually really good here. So who's hanging out? So dreamers and doers, all right? It's your business, right? Here's a question. Here's a question. Is your business 3M3 compliant? Wait a minute. I will explain. What does that mean? This is what you should tell, small businesses that are consult with. You have to make sure that your business is 3M3 compliance because there are three things, three plus three, 3M3, which means three is six. There's six things that your business should be doing on a daily basis in order to predictably succeed in 2024 and beyond. All right, and those things we have found a way to really implement that with a whole bunch of small businesses to the point where the system has been perfected, and we call it the 3M3 framework. Now, the 3M3 framework just basically say that every single day, your business should be predictably capturing leads. Capturing leads means you should be capturing your customers from all the channels. All right, here's some of the common channels, like your inbound phone calls. That's one source of lead for many small to medium sized businesses. Social media. Social media is a great source of lead. As a matter of fact, social media giving the ability to actually predictably grow your business to multi six figure, just tapping into these abilities to capture these leads from these channels. And we'll get into the details of how you nurture them, but you got to capture them first. That's the first thing. Yeah, capture these leads. You got to be talking to people that you want to put your service in front of. Your service is as great as the amount of people that know you exist. I mean, it's really, really sad. But have you seen a situation where someone actually has a really great product but no visibility? Because if you have no visibility, nobody knows you have a great product. How are they going to buy? So capturing those leads, getting visibility is ground zero. All right. The next thing you got to do is to nurture them. Some of the ways you nurture your leads through text SMS. And SMS has evolved as a business texting as probably one of the best preferred channel for most of your customers. It's as a matter of fact, you already know. One of the rules is that you gotta be where your customers are. And if the vast majority of people are texting today, then that's what you should be doing. And they can text you back. Right? So by a vote of 88%, people prefer to work with businesses that would text them, engage them, and businesses that will not. So definitely make sure you're taking you have SMS in your business. Do you have a phone line that's SMS enabled? That's very important. Having a phone line that's SMS enabled so that you can engage your customers. Another way is email. Email is kind of stuff old schoolish. I mean, it still works. Here at TCH, we really preach the layer model where you can do SMS. You can also do email. All right. Another thing, but email just have anywhere from 12 to and maybe I'll say 15 to 20% open rate, as opposed to SMS where it's open 98% of the time. All right. So if you want to put if you want to put your money somewhere, I would say you definitely get more banks for your bucks if you do SMS more than email. Another channel is ringless voice drop. Have you ever been in a situation where someone actually calls you? They call your phone and the phone doesn't ring. You look at the phone, you see a missed call. and then you check your phone, you actually do have a voicemail from the customer. All right. That's called ringless voice drop. So that's one way you can actually do it too. So you can use email, you can use text, but you can also use ringless voice drop. Now, those are some of the ways that you can nurture your customer. You can do this. I'm gonna get to that because most small businesses, we already inundated with a lot of tasks and nurture, capturing, nurturing, closing deals, um, asking them for reviews, and then asking them for referrals, and then remarketing and re-engaging them is a tall task. It's a lot of stuff to do. But don't worry, it's help on the way. So we're talking about nurturing, but how about closing deals? Do you have an automatic booking system? Do you have a calendar that gives you the ability to book customers, to automatically follow with customers and follow up with them? Because one of the biggest opportunity I've seen that just from talking to a lot of small business, one of the biggest opportunity and the lowest hanging fruit is the ability for them to follow up with the customers. Think about it. We all have that problem. Even with our best foot forward, when we're marketing our businesses, following up with customers predictably and consistently is a problem. It happens to me, and I'm sure it's happening to you too from time to time. But I found a solution though, and that's the and that's the reason why I'm here talking to you. So we just talk about the things that you should be doing to be 3M3 compliant. Everything in your business, you should be intentionally, all right? You should make a declaration for 2024. Set a goal, all right? And make sure you check off all of these and make sure you're actually predictably and intentionally doing these in your business. You're capturing leads, you're nurturing them intentionally, and you're closing deals. That's the first layer. That's why it's 3M3. Second layer is that you intentionally asking them for reviews. I'll submit to you truly that 99.9% of your customers are happy with your service. If you've been around for more than 3 to 4 years, I believe for me, especially local businesses, that is a validation that you have something, that you have a great trade. Because if you really think about it, though, business is just a trade, right? You are changing value, it's reciprocity. You want, if we're talking about old school referral, word of mouth, you want your current and past customers to really validate. It's called social proof your business to the future customers. That's the reason why you want reviews. And the point I was really trying to make was that you can get reviews intentionally from customers because 99.9% of them are really happy. The reason why you don't get as much reviews is because you don't have a system in place to reach out to them automatically. I was actually doing having a call with this sister who's had um or hair shop. She has this really, exclusive salon. And she's been in business for, I'll say, around 8 years. And we were having this conversation. I was like, how many customers do you get on a monthly basis? She said about 40. How long have you been in business? 8 years. Just do the math. And then when I checked her page, she only had probably like 12 reviews. Your story really just doesn't add up. If you've been in business for 8 years and serving 30 customers a month, that's at least one customer a day. Your amount of reviews, which is the feedback loop and the validation for those customers, should be at least equal to the amount of customers you're serving. But I know exactly what the problem was, and I'm sure you agree. She was just not intentionally reaching out. She's busy doing hair. That's what you go to school for. You're a technician. You want to focus on what you love doing. And oftentimes, marketing and really intentionally reaching out to your customers become a nuisance, right? So, what do? There are three things you do when you face this kind of problems. Right? You get the right systems and processes to leverage and to help you um, grow your business. This is number one. Number two, you get in proximity with mentorship. And mentorship can be just coming to places where um, people are doing what you want to model. It can be a podcast, it can be a book. You gotta get informed, by your customers, their behavior. So you gotta get mentored. And number three, you have to make a declaration. You'll be surprised how many small businesses do not. They literally just float and just go with the flow. And if you go with the flow, any flow will take you there. I'll submit to you that that is not a plan. You got to be very intentional about your goal setting. You got to make that declaration, especially for 2022. You got to make a declaration what you want to make. There's some intentionality about actually working something down and having it in front of you. The brain has the way of picking up on stuff and it helping you to reinforce that. So declaration, write this down, writing it down for 2024 and putting it somewhere on a sticky note or wherever where you can see them visually all the time is a great step towards actually having your declaration, having the tools, having the systems, and having mentorship. All right. So we just talked about reviews. Now let's talk about referral. Referral actually comes before re-engagement. Because one thing I found out some small businesses will help is that they have this big database of customers that know, like, and trust them that they have helped before, but they're not remarketing to their database. The easiest money you can make is going back to someone who's done business with you before and say, hey, buy more. That's the easiest money you can make. You know what they say, a bird in a hand is twice what you get in the bush. But oftentimes we really just trying to go and generate new leads, right? But we're not nurturing. I have a whole bunch of case studies where we're king of businesses that have not nurtured. As a matter of fact, Sean, this guy he was already making six figures, so he was great. But he had a database of customers that was as much as 4,000 that he's never said a word to. So once we started working together, I said, well, the first thing we got to do is to nurture those customers. Before you start paying money for Facebook ads, um, giving Google $40 per lead, Facebook $35 per lead, why don't we work on what you already have? Leverage these first. I promise you, we started working together and he stopped all his direct response, Google and Facebook ads, and he was nurturing those 4,000 customers for 100, what was that, for 4 months. Literally, this the only place, and you know what? His calendar was booked every single time. So re-engaging your customers is really, really important. Okay, while you re-engage them, and you add some referrals. Referrals is really important because if one customer is actually worth $1,000 to you, that customer's times three is worth $3,000. And if you're doing a great job with your customer, oftentimes you can ask them for refer, and they will actually go ahead and intentionally do that for you. So that is it in a box. For the 3M3 method, are you capturing leads? You nurturing them? Are you closing deals? Are you asking for reviews? Are you re-engaging your customers? And are you asking for referrals? All right. So we have the Freedom Business Summit is coming up. The link is somewhere in the bio. You can actually click on that link and register. It's free, live. Tell your friends about it. We really just talk about some of these things, the systems and processes that you need to have in your business for your business to grow intentionally. These are some of the things we talk about in webinar. We come up with case studies and all the best practices. Really, all the best practices. So make sure you're there because showing up is first step, right? Showing up is actually that declarative step that I was talking about. You declare that this is what you're gonna do for 2024. My name is Haj Bakari Sila. That's my time. Love's love, and I see you at the peace. Somebody's hanging out. A couple people, few people. And I was just in and out. Oh, I can't believe it's already been 15 minutes. From Atlanta, live from Atlanta. This is live from Atlanta. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace is peace. Love is love. All right. Reach out if you have any questions. Don't be shy. You can DM me, and I promise you, I would literally just talk to you about business solution that actually work for you. Okay. Thank you so much. Don't be shy. Reach out.